Hello, and welcome to Quantum Spectrum. Have you ever found yourself in the middle of the sea, staring at the mesmerizing waves as they crash against your boat? Have you ever wondered if there is a mathematical pattern behind the movement of these waves? Today, we're going to dive deep into the world of sea waves and explore the science behind their patterns. First, let's establish what we mean by sea waves. Sea waves are essentially disturbances in the surface of the water caused by the wind. As the wind blows across the surface of the water, it creates ripples that eventually grow and become larger waves. These waves can travel great distances across the ocean and can reach heights of up to 30 meters or more. Now, the big question is, do sea waves follow a mathematical pattern? The answer is yes and no. There are some patterns in the movement of waves that can be described mathematically, but there are also many factors that can cause the waves to behave unpredictably. One mathematical pattern that we can observe in sea waves is called a sine wave. A sine wave is a type of oscillation that has a smooth, repetitive pattern. When we graph the movement of a sine wave, it looks like a wave with peaks and valleys. Interestingly, many sea waves can be approximated as sine waves. However, the movement of sea waves is also affected by a number of other factors, such as the depth of the water, the shape of the coastline, and the direction and strength of the wind. These factors can cause waves to change direction, merge with other waves, and even break apart. So while there are some mathematical patterns we can observe in sea waves, there are also many chaotic and unpredictable factors at play. Now, you might be wondering if there is a difference between the patterns of waves in the sea and waves in the ocean. The answer is no, not really. While there may be some regional variations in the patterns of waves due to local weather conditions and geography, the basic physics behind the movement of waves in the sea and ocean is the same. Finally, let's talk about whether the pattern of sea waves is the same above and below the surface of the water. The answer is yes and no. On the surface of the water, we can observe the movement of waves and see their peaks and valleys. However, below the surface of the water, the movement of waves is much more subtle. Instead of peaks and valleys, the movement of waves is described in terms of pressure changes and the movement of water particles. So while the patterns of waves above and below the surface may be different, they are both explainable through the laws of physics. In conclusion, sea waves are a fascinating and complex phenomenon that can be both predictable and unpredictable. While there are some mathematical patterns we can observe in their movement, there are also many factors that can cause waves to behave chaotically. Whether you're on the surface of the water or below it, the movement of waves can be explained through the laws of physics. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of sea waves. Stay curious.